As you can see, it's really smoky out today. I just got up and this is like the smokiest I've seen it or close. And then I was like really worried that the fire had come over the ridge up on Annandale Mountain. And anyway, and I was trying to update my map. I couldn't update it, the fire map. And then I called my daughter and she sent me a new link. And shit, it's like holding up there. I'm telling you, whatever they're doing, man, they're stopping it. But it's holding up on the ridge, and they said the wind did not kick up like they thought. Yeah, just the universe was not gonna burn down this side of Annandale Mountain. Like I said, it's my church, man. I've gone through divorces running up there. I've gone through a bankruptcy, and I just go up on that mountain and run, man. So that thing is not. That's not going anywhere. Anyway, so today I got, I like seeing stuff like that guy being normal back there, you know, doing the cleaning and all that other stuff, even though almost that whole center is closed down. The only thing right behind this tree is the little donut shop opens up, but he doesn't have donuts, he just serves coffee. What a great guy. You know, and the subway was open yesterday. I saw that too. So everybody else was closed. But I just I can't. You know, when people go and they could have any excuse to not go and open up, and they do it anyway. It's just great. Because I think there's no gas up here, so that's why the donut guy can't make donuts. Anyway, I'm going to be off. I think I got to run this morning, like a 1 hour run. I was debating if I can do it. This is the foggiest it's been, but. I'm gonna give it a try and just carry I think I have a bandana. My niece gave me a bandana to wear, but I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm supposed to try to be as normal as possible in these situations, just to set an example for people, you know, and I, like I said, big believer in law of attraction. The more normal I make it seem, the more normal it's going to get, and the faster it's going to get normal. So that's my belief, and so that's why I do it. And that's why I stay with my goals too. You know, like I said, I'm going to get my 3 workouts in, whatever it takes. I'm scheduled to go over to the. This time I got myself on the schedule. Yesterday I showed up at 8 o'clock at night, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have anything for you to do." It's like everybody's getting ready to go to bed. I didn't know. And so they said, come back for dinner tonight. We could really use your help at dinner for serving and all that stuff. And I said, okay, I'm putting that on my schedule. So I'm going to get there at like 4 o'clock, whatever it takes to help out over there. But I'm going to get my workouts in the middle, you know, in the morning right now, and somehow get them all in. If I can find a yoga place again, that has been challenging, but I'm determined to have yoga every day, no matter what. We'll find out. Or a really lot of stretching if I don't do yoga, but I really like the yoga, and I'm never going to stretch on my own as much as they stretch me. So on the weight, I just wanted to clarify that, yeah, yesterday I dropped my calories. I think I said 1,700. It was 1,500. I was like 10 calories under 1,500 because that was my goal for yesterday. And I came in today, I think you just saw the scale, I'm right around 205. You know, I'm bending down to weigh that thing, and it seems to jump around, but I'm somewhere between 204.8 and 205.2. But either way, so I started fasting about 4 o'clock yesterday. Today will be a fasted day to hit this 200 pounds. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it, man. And I'm in the same position I was last week where I made my goal. And I'll tell you, by focusing on this too, it takes my mind off of the, you know, off of the horrible stuff going on out here. This, you know, this natural catastrophe. I guess it's natural. I don't know how it started, but you know, it was, it went. That's for sure. And you know, lots of property lost. They're starting to find more and more. You know, lives that are lost by looking at, you know, into some of these fires where people are, homes where people are missing. I was listening to that on the radio, but I think my main thing to do is just be as normal as possible and try and set, you know, an example for people, you know, and let people know that, hey, it's going to go on, and this fire will end, and you know, just keep your chin up, man, keep your chest up, and keep moving forward. And that's how it is in life. You get obstacles, you get things go on, and you just put your chin up, your chest up, and you keep moving forward. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not letting go of my goal. I'm not letting go of my X chain. I normally, if I'm all stressed, I would eat like shit. I mean, it's comfort food, man. I would eat the crappiest food I could find. But because I am so focused on these X's, I just don't let my stress monitor my eating right now. And I'm just, yeah, anyway, so I'm all fired up. I'm gonna fast today, and I'm just super proud of this community, man. And all these firemen, when I drove up from Petaluma, I was looking at all the more firemen, it's like 900 or something, I think 900 either firemen are showing up here, emergency personnel are coming up here or are already here, and it's just amazing. It's just, I just love all this stuff, you know. So that's one thing about one of these, you know, like a catastrophe like this or a disaster like this, is how it brings people together, and just showing what we're made of, you know what I mean? It just makes me so freaking proud, you know, just so proud. Anyway, I'm gonna go do my share. I'm supposed to train. Yeah, I'm gonna go train. One other thing I wanted to quickly talk about, because I've been dropping my dog off at my sister's house, which is, you know, in Petaluma, about 30 miles away or something like that, or 20 something miles away, to keep him safe for sure, because he would be locked in the apartment if something happened, and that's really would be horrible. So anyway, yeah, I've been dropping him off, and my nephew always asks me, have you driven through any of the burned out areas? Because I could easily drive just a little bit north or anything and look at these at least I think I can. I don't know what the roads could be closed down, but I go, no, I haven't looked at all. You know why? Because I want to stay positive. I want to just keep looking at my area, and which has not burnt, you know, and you can't see anything burnt from here. And just like I tell you, I'm a huge law of attraction guy. You just want everything to look as normal as possible. My belief is, if you keep looking at the devastation and you get all that in your head and you keep thinking negative thoughts, you're going to attract it. So I'm positive. I'm just, hey man, it's still like, you know, everything's good around here. It's smoky, but you know, no houses have burned up, no nothing. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need to be one of those guys looking for a disaster to go, oh, look at that burned up house. I don't need that. I want to see the ones that are standing. I want to see the people that are spraying their houses down, that are, you know, they're really, yeah, the people who are fighting for everything they got, the heroic people here, because I've seen that already. I've seen them, you know, where they're hosing down their houses, and but that's what I want to focus on, is that it's, you know, is keeping it the same way it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to be looking at devastation, because I believe I will attract devastation. So I'll eventually have to go look at these burned out areas, because they're not that far away, and and I'm gonna have to drive north one of these days. But for right now, I'm staying right where I am, and and it makes you feel more optimistic and positive. And I don't watch news anyway. I'm listening. I'm getting updates that you need to get about evacuations and stuff all like that off of the radio. And the radio is not quite as dynamic on my senses as looking at visuals. I'm halfway in my run. I'm doing well, man, even though I'm should be not breathing hard, because I'd be ninjaing for you people. But I'm still holding, even with fasting, starting at 4 o'clock last night, and so far today, I mean, it's like 11, and I'm still holding pretty strong. And I want to tell a lesson that I learned a long time ago, but just let you guys know, is that if you're warriors especially, you got to get the facts. You just got to get the facts, because I went and got gas this morning. I went to bed, I mean, I was down in Petaluma late yesterday afternoon, doing yoga, doing training down there, picking up my dog, and I came back up here, or, well, yeah, dropping off my dog, I take that back, and I came back up here, and it was dark, and I was thinking, well, it's not that windy. They're expecting all this wind. I go, they got to be doing great on getting this in control, right? And so I was feeling really good about it. I go, oh, they're getting it under control. And fact is, my daughter sent me this map that showed an updated map where the fire had burned, and it looked like they contained it on the other side of the mountain, you know, from where I am. And this is the side of the mountain that most people use. Probably 90% of the people use this side of the mountain. And I was like all fired up. And then I go in the gas station and the guy goes, hey, you know, everything's a mess. I heard Annandale was charred, man. It's totally charred. It's totally burnt. And I was like, wow, you're kidding me. The map didn't show that. And he just kind of shakes his head. And you know what? I learned that you don't ask a lot of opinions of people, you know, especially that you don't trust their opinions, because they'll drive you crazy. Because this is a big chunk of the park right here. Not a big chunk, but this is the lower section of the park. You know, Howard Park and Annandale Park, and I don't know, there's like a bunch come together. And you can even look up on the hills there. You know, it's a big park, but definitely not the whole park is charred. I think there might be some dirt on the top, I don't know, in some parts, but you know, it was definitely probably in his mind he felt like it was all charred, but it was a definite exaggeration. So what I found to do is, when I hear stuff, get the facts, get the facts, get the facts. I've had people, when I do these races, like the longer ones, you know, you're out in the middle of nowheres, and before I started carrying a GPS out there, people, I would say, hey, how far to the next checkpoint, you know, and you're talking like, you know, 2-3 hours, and you're exhausted, and it's at night, and just one snowmobile comes by, and you kind of mentally prepare for how far that guy says. And then if it's further than what he said, it's never less than what they say, ever. It's always further, and you're like, no, I've had it be where it's like 3-4 hours further than what they say, because they're probably just not paying attention when they leave, and they think it's, you know, they're on a snowmobile and they think the time is quick. And but it's like devastating you mentally when you think you're hitting something and you're exhausted, you're falling asleep, and it's not there. And so to get the facts in those races, I started carrying these GPSs. On Arrowhead, because it's hard to charge it up, I wore 4 of these. I had 4. So when one went dead, boom, popped on the next one. Boom, because I wanted the facts. I didn't want to have to ask anybody how far it was the next checkpoint, because that mentally, I knew how to prepare for exactly how far it is, you know. And that's the same with this. So, you know, this is not, and they're saying now it's like, you know, it's looking good. I think the wind's blowing it the other way or stuff like that. And I do not watch a lot of the news. I just watch the radio. I think I was talking about that earlier. Because, yeah, I want to believe that everything's okay, you know? And when you keep believing everything's okay. Look how beautiful this is, and it ain't torched. This is lower down. This is by Howard Park, where all the kids come and people walk all their animals, and it's just awesome. People love this place. They've been going here for years. And like I said, I'm pretty pumped up, because this is my church up here, and my church is alive and kicking. At least as far as I can see from up there. And that's, you know, hey, it's not totally charred. I'm going to be able to enjoy it. Okay, I'm about 3/4 of the way through my run walk, holding pretty close to my pace that I want. Fast day's going well. I don't have a big urge for a Big Mac or something, or a large pizza. Maybe tomorrow on my binge day I'll have that urge. I was eyeballing some pizza this week. That's the fun part about having, where you're really strict on a diet and discipline, is that when you do get to eat whatever you want, it's really a treat. If you eat what you want all the time, it's not a treat. So anyway, back to Annandale Park. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. It's a 360. This is just down below. You know, this is where all the kids play. People walk their dogs down here. Pretty close to the road out here right now. But yeah, like I said, this is my church. This is my church. I've been up here and worked out a lot of problems running on this mountain. A lot of problems. After you run, I notice when I run for an hour or more, especially if I get past an hour, for me, problems just don't seem as bad. They get smaller and smaller, because you start to calm yourself down. You get the, oh God, what is that stuff called? Anyway, you get that happy feeling, you know, the endorphins going. You get those endorphins going. And yeah, so I've worked out a lot of things on this hill, and I'm glad as much of it has been saved as has. And the backside of this is beautiful, and I think that did get charred, the backside, from what I saw on the maps and stuff. And that's beautiful too, but 90% of the people, I believe, go on this side of the mountain because it's right near Santa Rosa. Anyway, feeling good. Feeling good. Real happy with the day. I just want to show you one more area because this is like really special. I didn't even grow up here in Santa Rosa, but I run through here almost every day. I try and make this part of my run because I love all the people that come here to enjoy this park. I mean, it's got pony rides, you know, you got the playground down there, you got the you got a train ride, and they bring animals in, petting animals in the summer. If this had been lost, it would be a devastating loss to the community. Because people come up here. I watched some lady the other day. She just kind of stand there. I said, hey, what's going on? She says, oh, I'm just thinking about when I was a kid and I used to come here. That's how long this park has been here. It's just, it's amazing. And anyway, I'm glad it's saved. Ha ha! You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe. You just gotta believe. Whatever you want, you just got to believe it with all you got, and you can manifest it. I'm like probably the biggest fan of law of attraction. You know, just got a workout in down at 24-hour fitness in Shoenberger Park, which is great, man. It's a really nice gym. It's got a little bit different equipment than my Santa Rosa 24-hour fitness, but yeah, and it was good. It was great to change up the synergy. Different people. I saw a person from Santa Rosa 24-hour fitness since we're closed because of the fire. Yeah, it was a pretty good workout. I just you know, pretty basic, hit all the muscle groups and went through it and got it done. Now I'm going back to help with dinner at the relief center where the evacuees got taken. You know, so I'm going to help out with dinner today. I showed up last night at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. They go, too late for today, too late. Lights out in an hour. I go, okay, what time should I be back tomorrow? They go, come in and help at dinner. I go, I'm good at that. I bet you I'm good at like serving people and picking dishes up. So I'm heading back over there right now to the center. The shelter here, the emergency shelter, and it's like there's definitely less people at the memorial one I'm at now, and it's really controlled, and there's just like tons of volunteers. It's like amazing, man. And they said, you know, I signed up last night to help with dinner, and they didn't really need my help, and so I just went out and talked to a couple of the older people, you know, just to make conversation and stuff with them, the ones who are like out of a convalescent hospital, and you know, I don't know, just sitting there eating by themselves, so it made me. I mean, I said, well, I'm a good talker. Just so I told the lady, do you mind if I go talk to a few of them? I'm a good talker. So I learned a lot of history about Santa Rosa, I'll tell you that. They've been here, the one lady been here, I think she graduated high school in 1944. She'd been here a long time. One high school when she was here, one high school, and now there's like 5 probably, or 4, I don't know, there's a lot. Anyway, it's a good experience to see. It felt good to see all those volunteers there, man. People are I just love it, man. I don't love the catastrophe, but I love how people pitch in, and just the community end of it, man. It's just like amazing to me. It's just great, you know. They were no shortage of volunteers, let me tell you. There was no shortage. Plenty of people there. Okay. I'll tell you one thing I was really impressed with is the people who work with these people out of the Convalescent Home or retirement home. The caregivers are such nice people. I mean, like, unbelievably nice. It was like, wow. Yeah, I couldn't believe how nice they were. They're just really patient with them, and just That's their calling. That is their calling, because they really are a good fit with that, and just it was amazing to me to watch. All right, back down in Petaluma. I just finished my last workout of the day. My third workout, I did a 2-mile power walk around Shoenberger Park. It's like I don't know, it's like a swamp, man. Literally in the middle is like mud and some water for birds to land in. But I love it. It goes by the river too, and so it's a really awesome place. And I prefer to do that over walking on the street. So I did my 2-mile walk out there on the in the dark, and I only have my phone. I really got to get a headlamp in the car because I wasn't expecting to do this. What happened was I was going to go to yoga instead, but I missed the last class, so I didn't have time. So I just came out here and did this. But it was a good day. I made it. Another fast day, another third fast Friday, third fast Thursday. We call them Thursday fast. What a catchy name that is. But third one in a row, and then I go for my big weigh-in tomorrow. So Eye of the Tiger, man. I got a little bit of a headache. I'm gonna go down and get some Advil and go to bed, and hopefully I'll wake up being skinny. And if not, I'm gonna have to go out and do my 3-layer run again, and get and bake that freaking chub off me, get that water weight out of me. Really is what it is. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about my philosophy on why training 3 times a day is a must for me. It's really critical. I did quit my job. I do have the time. I do have the energy right now. My coach is taking it easy on me. I'm doing a run walk of an hour, which run a mile, walk a mile for an hour is a lot easier than running for an hour. So I'm able to do that, and then I'm able to come back with weight training or with yoga or with this 2-mile walk, also as a third workout. And so the reason it's like critical for me to do these workouts is it's like, I heard this analogy before and I love it. It's like if you have one piece of paper, right? So you do one thing, one workout, right? And that's all you do, and that's a piece of paper. Easy to rip that piece of paper in half, right? But if you keep training, every one of these workouts is like a piece of paper, right? Let's say every workout is a piece of paper. So now if I'm adding up 3 workouts a day all the way to Tuscobia in like 3 months, that's a lot of paper. That gets hard to rip. If you have 90 pieces of paper, that would be harder to rip than 1, let me tell you. A hell of a lot harder. And if you keep accumulating this, you're going to be up to the size of a phone book, which is damn near, well, it'd be impossible for you to rip. Maybe there's somebody in the world that could rip it, but it ain't me. And so that's the analogy, is that you keep adding those papers, keep adding them, and then you got a phone book, man. I'm going to Tuscobia with a phone book. All right, the power of accumulation, the power of accumulation. So if I did my addition right today was a fast day, which is 0 calories, which is less than 1,800, which means I get the X. Check this out, man. So tomorrow is my binge day right there if I hit 200 pounds. And I always say it could be 200.9. It just needs to be 200. And if I don't hit it, I'm going out and putting the layers on and doing my run again to get that weight down. So, but I think I'll be close, but I might not hit it. But anyway, Eye of the Tiger, great day today. Awesome day.